Hello there and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. So it may look like we're about to do an episode of the Invisible Hours, which I'll be very happy to do, but unfortunately I'm going to have to say that we are no longer going to continue with this series. Every time I do a series I tend to email the developers just to make sure they're happy with me doing this series and if they're happy with me monetizing the videos and that sort of thing, and normally not too many issues. In this particular instance I was a little bit gung-ho. They didn't come back to me particularly quickly. It didn't take too long, but not particularly quickly, so I went ahead and did the first episode anyway. I did check to make sure other people were putting videos up. I don't just go ahead. If there's no videos at all, then I wouldn't do it, because that would suggest that they really don't want people to do it. But so I did the first episode. And they come back to me a day after I put the first episode up and said they are happy for videos to be done on the game. They are happy for short segments of the game to be shown. They do not like, or do not want, I should say, long gameplay segments, and they do not want any spoilers for the game shown. Which is somewhat understandable, so it's such a story-driven game. But unfortunately, that is kind of what I do. I do story-driven Let's Plays of games. Story-driven? No, I do long gameplay sessions, Let's Play, finish to end. Finish to end? What the hell am I doing? Start to finish. Jesus. So, unfortunately, there will be no more of the Invisible Hour. I kind of understand where they're coming from. For a small developer, they don't want to lose potential sales to people who are just going to watch other people play the game, rather than people who might buy the game and experience it themselves based on either short snippets they've seen which don't spoil anything, or based on other people's reviews and opinions. On the other hand, do I think Let's Plays damage game sales? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I think realistically they're probably more likely to help game sales, but you've got to understand where they're coming from. They're a small games developer. It's a game which relies entirely on its story, so if you spoil the story, no one's going to... If you watch it, you're not going to buy the game afterwards. There's actually zero point in you doing so. So it's somewhat understandable. But there we go. So unfortunately, that is that. This will be the end of the Invisible Hours. I did reply to them, and, well, one of them asked them to make sure they were happy for me to leave the first episode up. So I might remove that if they come back and say they'd like that removed. And I've also said to them if they do change their policy some few months down the line when the hype has settled down a bit, they're happy for people to do full-on Let's Plays, then to let me know and I will happily come back to the series. It's a bit of a shame, because I'm not going to go ahead and finish the game without doing the Let's Play, just in case I do get to do a Let's Play in the future. So, A, I've kind of wasted my money a little bit, spending £30 on a game which I've heard is a little bit overpriced anyway. And B, you don't get to see it either, which is, you know, the whole point of the channel. I will just say it's not the worst response I've had to my emails. Most people come back to me and say it's fine, they don't have any issues with that whatsoever. The worst one I had was the abduction devs, and if you're particularly astute, you may have noticed I never did a series on abduction. I've mentioned this a couple of times, and that's because I emailed abduction and said, would you be happy for me to do a series on the game and monetize it, blah blah blah. I think they said don't monetize it, which is fine. I have no issues with companies saying don't monetize the videos. That's entirely up to them, it's their properties. I will use them as they say I should. But they also said that they are happy for me to do a gameplay video or Let's Play on it as long as I don't say anything bad about the game. So that to me is the worst possible thing you can say. You're saying I can do a video as long as everything I say is positive, or I say nothing at all. And that really wound me up a little bit, to be honest. I've heard generally good things about the game, but if I'm playing the game and I've come across something that is particularly poorly done, or I don't think it's very good, I want to be able to say, ooh, this isn't very good. And trying to restrict my ability to provide commentary on the game that I'm playing is kind of against the point of a Let's Play anyway, really, isn't it? So that kind of wound me up. That's why I haven't done a series on abduction. That's why I'm not likely to do a series on abduction, which again is a shame, because aside from some performance issues with the game, I've heard pretty good things about it, and I was very excited to play the game myself. But there we go, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So unfortunately, no more of the Invisible Hours. On the plus side though, I am going to be starting off a series on the second part of the gallery, which came out yesterday, which is going to be awesome. So if you didn't see the first part, it's only a two-part series. The first part of the game was quite a short part, so go ahead and check that out, and then look forward to the second part, which will come into your screens very, very soon. So yeah, apologies. I would love to continue Invisible Hours, but unfortunately that has been taken out of my control. I'm sure there are lots of people out there who are doing Let's Plays and videos on the game, but like I say, I do like to email developers, and if they come back and say that they're not happy, then they're not happy, and I'm going to respect their wishes at the end of the day.
Your makeup is very
I have heard nothing but good things about it, so if you do have a Oculus or a Vive, then I assume I'd recommend the game. It's hard to say completely as I've only seen 45 minutes, but it seems very interesting, and like I said, I've heard nothing but good things about it. Hybrid, who originally recommended the game for me, has gone through it twice now and still says he loves the game, so what more can you say about a game when someone's gone through it at least twice and completed it? So I still somewhat recommend the game. It's just a shame that I won't be able to show it to you myself. Anyway, that being said, I will leave the video here then. Obviously, you don't need to like this video. That would be weird. You can comment down below. Let me know what you think about the situation. Let me know if you're a Let's Player, if you've had any similar situations with any particular companies. I know some companies can be a bit problematic. I think Capcom's one, I think. And Nintendo are obviously notoriously quite bad at dealing with Let's Players as well. Ooh, must have clipped through the wall. But anyway, I will see you in something else in the near future. Hopefully come along and join me for the next part of the gallery. Also, as always, don't forget to come along and watch me on my streams that I'll be doing every Wednesday at 6 PM UK time. Next week I will probably be doing one more Farming Simulator video prior to something special the week after, because the week after will be pretty much Halloween. It'll be the first, but it's close enough to being Halloween, really, isn't it? So I'll do something just for Andy, who's one of the regular commenters on the streams. I will likely be looking at doing Alien Isolation. Hopefully in VR. If I can get the chat thing working in VR, I might do Alien Isolation in VR, just to really freak myself out a bit, so that'll be fun. So come along and say hello in the streams if you are around at those times. That would be awesome. Otherwise, I shall see you next time. Thank you very much for joining me.